Session 185, 23rd September 2022. Session 185, 23rd September 2022. Quran, the Word of Allah, an elaboratory translation by ex-Brigadier Mustansar Billah. Today we shall have the 54th Surah of Quran, Surah Al-Qamar, and we'll start and finish this surah today in part 27, Allah be willing. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We begin with the name of Allah, who is most gracious and tremendously merciful. Surah Al-Qamar, the moon, 54. 1. Iqtarabat as-saatu wanshaqqa al-qamar. 1. The hour of doom is drawing near. The moon has split asunder. The hour of doom is drawing near. The moon has split asunder. وَإِنْ يَرَوْا آيَةً يُعْرِضُوا وَيَقُولُوا سَحْرٌ مُسْتَمِرٌ. 2. Yet when they see a sign, the disbelievers turn their backs and say, strong magic. The disbelievers turn their backs and say, strong magic. وَكَذَّبُوا وَاتَّبَعُوا أَهْوَاءَهُمْ وَكُلٌّ أَمْرٍ مُسْتَقِرٌ. 3. They deny the truth and follow their own fancies, and ultimately every matter will be settled. And ultimately every matter will be settled. وَلَقَدْ جَاءَهُم مِّنَ الْأَنبَاءِ مَا فِيهِ مُزْدَجَرٌ. 4. There has already come to them the information of former nations carrying enough deterrence. Hikmatun balaghatun fama tughni nuzur. 5. And perfect wisdom, Quran, to serve as a warning. But warnings do not benefit them. But warnings do not benefit them. فَتَوَلَّى عَنْهُمْ يَوْمَ يَدْعُو الدَّاعِي إِلَى شَيْءٍ نُكُرٍ. 6. Therefore, O Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, turn away from them on the day when the caller will call them to a terrible event. Therefore, O Prophet, turn away from them on the day when the caller will call them to a terrible event. خُشَّعًا أَبْصَارُهُمْ يَخْرُجُونَ مِنَ الْأَجْدَاثِ كَأَنَّهُمْ جَرَدٌ مُنْتَشِرٌ. 7. They shall come out from their graves. They shall come out from their graves with downcast eyes, as if they were scattered locusts. As if they were scattered locusts. مُهْطِعِينَ إِلَى دَاعٍ يَقُولُ الْكَافِرُونَ هَذَا يَوْمٌ عَسِرٌ. common Yaman Asir. 8. Rushing towards the color, the same disbelievers will cry, "This is indeed an awful day." Rushing towards the color, the same disbelievers will cry, "This is indeed an awful day." كذبت قبلهم قوم نوح وكذبوا عبدنا وقالوا مجنون وازدجر. 9. It's nothing new. Long before them, the people of Nahu also disbelieved. They rejected our servant, messenger, prophet, called him a madman, and drove him out of their township. And drove him out of their township. فدعا ربه أني مغلوب فانتصر. 10. Now Nuh al-Islam, after admonishing the people for 950 years, now after admonishing the people for 950 years, finally he invoked his Rabb. "O my Rabb, I have been overcome, help me." Finally he invoked his Rabb. "O my Rabb, I have been overcome, help me." ففتحنا باب السماء بماء منهمر. Double one. So we opened the gates of skies with pouring rain. So we opened the gates of skies with pouring rains. وفجرنا الأرض عيونا فالتقى الماء على أمر قد قدر. 1, 2. And caused the earth to burst with gushing springs. And caused the earth to burst with gushing springs, and the waters met to fulfill the decreed end, and the waters met to fulfill the decreed end. وَحَمَلْنَاهُ عَلَى ذَاتِ أَلْوَاحٍ وَدُسُرٍ. 1, 3. We carried him in an ark built with planks and nails. We carried him in an ark built with planks and nails. تجري بأعيننا جزاء لمن كان كفر. 1, 4. Which drifted on under our care. Which drifted on under our care. A reward for him, Naho, who was disbelieved, but for a few people, by the disbelievers. وَلَقَدْ تَرَكْنَا آيَةً فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ. 1, 5. We have left the ark as a sign. We have left the ark as a sign. So is there any who would take admonition? The ark is still held on Mount Ark in Iraq. The mount is known as Mount Ark in Iraq, and thousands of tourists, go and see it every year. فَكَيْفَ كَانَ عَذَابِي وَنُذُرِ. 1, 6. How terrible was my punishment, and how clear my warning. وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ. 1, 7. We have indeed made the Quran very easy to understand the admonition. We have indeed made the Quran very easy to understand the admonition. But is there any who would take the admonition? But is there any who would take the admonition? كذبت عاد فكيف كان عذابي ونذر 1:8. Likewise, the people of Ad disbelieved. Likewise, the people of Ad disbelieved. Then how terrible was the torment and my warning. Then how terrible was the torment and my warning. إنا أرسلنا عليهم ريحا صرصرا في يوم ناس مستمر. 1:9. Surely we sent against them a ferocious wind of harsh voice on a day of evil omen and continuous misfortune. We sent against them a furious wind of harsh voice on a day of evil omen and continuous misfortune. تنزل الناس كأنهم أعجاز نخل منقائر. 2:0, which snatched them off like trunks of uprooted palm trees, which snatched them off like trunks of uprooted palm trees. فكيف كان عذابي ونذر 2:1. How terrible was torment and clear my warning. How terrible was the torment and clear my warning. وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ 2:2. And we have indeed made the Quran very easy to understand the warning. So is there any who would take the warning? So is there any who would take the warning? كذبت ثمود بالنذر 2:3. Thamud, the people of Thamud also disbelieved our warnings. وقالوا أبشرا منا وأحد نتبعه إنا إذا لفي ضلال وسعور. 2:4. And they said, a man alone among us, shall we follow him? That would surely be an error and madness, they said. ألقي الذكر عليه من بيننا بل هو كذب أشر. 2:5. Was he, Prophet Saleh, the only person among us to resist this warning? They said. No, he is indeed an insolent liar. They said. سيعلمون عذاب من الكذب الأشر. 2:6. To our messenger Saleh we said, tomorrow they shall find out who is the liar, the insolent one. إنا مرسل الناقة فتنة لهم فارتقمهم واصطبر. 2:7. Surely we are sending the she camel as a trial for them. Therefore, watch them and have patience. وَنَبِّهُمْ أَنَّ الْمَاءَ قِسْمَةٌ بَيْنَهُمْ كُلَّ شِرْبٍ مُتَذَرٍ. to 8, and inform them that the water is to be shared between her, the she camel, and them. Excuse me. And inform them that the water is to be shared between her, the she camel, and them. Each one's night, each one's right to drink being established in turn. فنا فنادى صاحبهم فتعاطى فعقر. To 9. At last, the people of Thamud called out to one of their communions who took the responsibility, killed her. فَكَيْفَ كَانَ عَذَابِي وَنُذُرِ. 30. Then how terrible was my torment, and how clear my warning. إِنَّا أَرْسَلْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ صَيْحَةً وَاحِدَةً فَكَانُوا كَهَشِيمِ الْمُعْتَظِرِ. 3:1. We let loose on them one mighty blast, and they became like the trampled twigs used by a horse builder. We let loose on them one mighty blast, and they became like the trampled twigs used by a horse builder. وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ. 3:2. We have indeed made the Quran very easy to understand the warning. So is there any who would take the warning? So is there any who would take the warning? كذبت قوم لوط بالنذر. 3:3. The people of Lut, who also denied our warnings. The people of Lut, who also denied our warnings. Inna arsalna lahum hasiban illa ala Lut. Najaynahum bisahar. 3:4. Surely we sent against them a violent storm of stones. Surely we sent against them a violent storm of stones, which destroyed them all, except the family of Lut, whom we saved by early morning. Nimatan min indina kazalika nazi man shakar. 3:5. So a favor from us, thus do we reward him who gives thanks by obeying us. وَلَقَدْ أَنذَرَهُمْ بَطْشَتَنَا فَتَمَارَوْا بِالنُّذُرِ. 3:6. Lot did warn them of our Caesar punishment. Prophet Lut, did warn them of our Caesar punishment, but they doubted the warning. But they doubted the warning. وَلَقَدْ رَوَادُوهُ عَنْ زَيْفِهِ فَتَمَسْنَا أَعْيُنَهُمْ فَذُوقُوا عَذَابِي وَنُذُرِ. 3:7. And they surely sought to snatch away his guests by asking them to commit sodomy with them. So we blinded their eyes and said, now taste my punishment, and the result of disbelieving my warning, it was entire society was indulged in sodomy. وَلَقَدْ صَبَّحَهُمْ بُكْرَةً عَذَابٌ مُسْتَقِرٌ. 3:8. And surely at daybreak a lasting punishment seized them early in the morning. فَذُوقُوا عَذَابِي وَنُذُرِ. 3:9. As if to say, now taste my retribution and my warnings. as if to say, now taste my retribution and my warnings. وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ 40. We have indeed made the Quran easy to understand and remember. Then this there anyone who will remember, who will be warned. Then is there any my apologies, then is there anyone who will remember, who will be warned? وَلَقَدْ جَعَلْ فِرْعَوْنَ نُذُرٍ 4:1 And indeed my warnings came to Pharaoh and to the people of Pharaoh. كذبوا بآياتنا كلها فأخذناهم أخذ عزيز مقتدر. They disbelieved all our signs. Consequently, we seized them with the seizure of the Almighty, all powerful. أكفاركم خير من أولئك أعمالكم براءة في نذر 4:3 O people of Quraysh, are your disbelievers better than they were, or have you been granted an immunity in the divine scriptures? أم يقولون نحن جميع منتصر 4:4 Or they say, acting together, we are a great multitude victorious. سيهزم الجمع ويولون الدبر 4:5 Soon will their multitude be routed, and they will show their backs. بل الساعة موعدهم والساعة أدهى وأمر 4:6 No, the hour of judgment is the time promised to deal with them. That hour will be the most grievous and more bitter. Innal mujrimina fi zilalin wa su'ur 4:7 Yet surely wicked people persist in errors and madness in this world, will burn in the fire of hell hereafter. Yama yusabuna fin nari ala wajuhim zuku masa sakar 4:8 The day when they'll be dragged into the fire with their faces downwards. We shall say, taste the touch of hell. We shall say, taste the touch of hell. Inna kulla shayin khalaqnahu biqadar 4:9 Surely we have created everything in perfect ordainment, with perfect destiny and purpose. There is no haywire, futile creation. وما أمر إلا وعد كالمهم بالبصر 5:0 We command but once, and our will is done in the twinkling of eye. وَلَقَدْ أَلَكْنَا أَشْيَاءَكُمْ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ 5:1 O disbelievers, we have already destroyed many like you. O disbelievers, we have already destroyed many like you. Will you not take admonition? وَكُلَّ شَيْءٍ فَعَلُوهُ فِي نُذُرٍ 5:2 And everything they have done is being added to the record of deeds. وَكُلَّ صَغِيرٍ وَكَبِيرٍ مُسْتَطَرٍ 5:3 And everything, small and big, is written. إِنَّ الْمُتَّقِينَ فِي جَنَّةٍ وَنَهَرٍ 5:4 Surely the pious will be in the midst of gardens and rivers. And the last verse for today, and the last verse of Surah Al-Qamar, 54. في مقعد صدق عند ملك مقتدر. Double five. A place of true honor in the presence of the most powerful king in paradise. That is for the pious people, there will be a place of true honor in the presence of the most powerful king in paradise. That's all for today. Surah Al Qamar ends here too. Please pray for me, ex Brigadier Mustan